I love taking selfies. I have about 19,000 photos in my phone, and about 18,000 of them are selfies. So what do you think that says about me? Let me answer that question. Society has deemed selfies as narcissistic and vain, a complete selfish act. Now, why would anyone do that? Be selfish? I mean, it's only 2022. We've only experienced a national pandemic, government exploration, slight student loan forgiveness, and the price of gas is almost $5. The same price as my favorite venti white chocolate mocha frappuccino. And please don't tell my personal trainer this, but add extra caramel ribbon crunch toppings. So selfies, possibly a selfish act, but also fun. Whether it's the duck lips or your grandparents holding your face extra close. Or maybe it's the different angles or the sunlight gazing on your beautiful skin. But what if taking selfies yield to healing? Taking selfies could help your social and your emotional well-being and overall mental health. The first selfie, referred to as a self-portrait at the time, is credited to Robert Cornelius in 1839. Now, although Robert wasn't considering his different angles, we know someone who does. The selfie queen herself, Kim Kardashian. Kim loves taking selfies so much, she released a book entitled it Selfish. But let me show you a self-portrait you may have never seen nor considered. The first African-American woman to use an image for empowerment. Her name is Sojourner Truth. Although her name was a part of her identity, this self-portrait became another. Sojourner would take her image and sell and distribute it across the town. And at the bottom of the image, there was a caption, and it explained her motive and her meaning. I sell the shadow to support the substance. I sell the shadow to support the substance. You see, this one sentence holds the key to unselfish, the culture of selfishness. In a world that wanted to limit Sojourner in so many ways, she refused to be limited by her self-portrait. Educator and journalist Edward J. Blum stated, her image did not move. It did not breathe, it did not bleed, it did not love, and it did not hug. Yes, the picture was a shadow, but it was useful. And not as a mirror for narcissism, it represented her substance. Her and our substance is not in the picture of the body, but within the bodies of ourselves and what we choose to do with them. Sometimes we're not in control of our bodies. Sometimes our bodies work against us. 2 years ago, I was watching The Devil Wears Prada, and I decided I wanted a pair of new frames. And I consider myself a little fashionable, so why not? However, I couldn't get the new frames without having an updated eye exam. I had the eye exam, there were a ton of red flags, and I ended up at this moment right here. I had to have emergency brain surgery. And 8 months after that, I had to have another brain surgery. I am a 2-time brain tumor survivor. And shortly after my first brain surgery, I was diagnosed with depression. It was in my darkest moments, with my darkest thoughts, that taking selfies helped me see my best self. Taking selfies helped me realize that I am strong, I am powerful. I am confident. And I am not what society says about me. I am NaAsiaha Simon. And whether I was taking these selfies with my mom, with my friends, with my niece, and even my dog, I saw my best self. Taking selfies helped me with my happiness and my gratitude, decrease my stress, and helped me with my connections and restore some relationships. I'm so invested in the potential of selfies, I am building a mental health selfie museum right here in Dayton, Ohio. The mission of my nonprofit that we will be a space with interactive installations and illustrations, which we call selfie walls. And these walls are bold and vibrant, and we promote color and photo therapy for social and emotional wellness. Now, the concept may be new, but we have all made thousands of choices regarding color in our lifetime. Think about it. You choose the color of your home decor in your home. You choose the colors to wear, and you sometimes choose the colors to eat. This past February, Gym City Selfie Museum hosted the Black History Month pop-up exhibit. And we had a selfie time, y'all. And I had the opportunity to give a host of tours, and on one particular day, I gave a tour to a host of students. But there was one student that I will never forget. And we'll call him Little Timmy. Little Timmy was a little Timmy. He didn't listen to his teacher, he was agitated with his classmates, and of course, he was not listening to me. The class left, and little Timmy came back later that day, and he asked if he could sit with one of the selfie walls, so I said, of course, go ahead. It was really quiet, so I walked over and I said, what are you doing? And he said, this selfie wall makes my butterflies go away. Now, although little Timmy's story is very interesting, what's even more striking is his story is just one of 3,500 people. Because over the course of 42 days, we had 3,531 people visit the pop-up exhibit. And 85% completed a survey stating they felt stronger, inspired, and better from experiencing the selfie walls. So how do you take a selfie? You first have to hold your camera in your hand and hold it about 12 inches away from your face. I want you all to think about your favorite color and how it makes you feel. But also, let's reprogram the way we look at taking selfies, but more importantly, how we look at ourselves. So we have the duck lips. And this is a pretty popular selfie. You often suck in your cheeks and poke out your lips. However, we will call this the self-love selfie. Because we're so happy and we're just so in love with ourselves, we just want to give ourselves a kiss. We have the chin up selfie. You are strong, you are confident. However, we will call this the self-determination selfie. Because you are asserting yourself, you have the right to do so. And my personal favorite, they call this the group selfie or the celeb selfie. Now, everyone totally believes that Dave Chappelle, Talib Kweli, and Sanaa are BFFs. However, we will call this the self-compassion selfie. Because not only are you being warm towards yourself, you're being warm towards others. So how about we try to do a self-compassion selfie? So on the count of 3, I want you all to smile really, really, really big and yell, selfies! How's that sound? Good, all right. Okay, on the count of 3, selfies, 1, 2, 3. Selfies! Oh, y'all were ready. Oh, this is nice. I promise I'm gonna tag all of you on social media when I post it. Sojourner Truth. She controlled her power. She controlled her power. And her selfie represented her substance. That selfie we just took a moment ago, that's our power. And it represented our substance. Whether you take your selfie right here in the Victoria Theater, or across the street in the Schuster Center, in your office, in your room, or in your car, you have the power.